Good morning, YouTube. I am in Indianola, Mississippi. I'm at a Dollar General distribution center, and I'm getting live unloaded. Yay, rah. There's a lot of other trucks around me. Some are idling, some are shut down. I actually ended up just shutting my window over here because the guy next to me kept revving the hell out of his engine. Not sure what he's doing. He backed up, and then he got back in and revved his engine up, and then he got back out, and then he got back in and revved his engine up, and then he got back out, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I'm still not sure what he's doing. Oh well. Anyways, this isn't going to be a long video. There was something I was going to talk about. What was it? Can't remember. Let's get the camera not shaking. There we go. Nope, still shaking. Oh well. Yeah, I'm looking around again. Here, let me show you what else is around. Whole lot of nothing. Yeah, there's a little spotter truck coming along. Those guys probably back up more in one day than I do in a month. Just answers the question why I'm never going to be a spotter driver. It's all about backing up, and I really hate to back up. Love going forward. If I could find a job where I just went forward, dropped a trailer, went forward, maybe backed the cab up under another trailer and kept going forward, it'd be perfect. But it doesn't exist. Every trucking job in the world has got the hard part, the backing up. It's how many times you have to back up that makes whether it's a good or bad job for me. Other people aren't bothered by backing up, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't have spotter people. But for me, the less I can back up, the happier I am. Oh, lumpers. Greatest fucking scam in the world. That's what I was going to talk about today. You go to these places like this Dollar General distribution center, and you have people who are not hired by Dollar General. They're not employed by your trucking company. They are lumpers. And what they do is unload trailers and load trailers. That's their job. They get paid for every trailer they unload and every trailer they load. And some companies like Swift, my DM is, and the planners are pretty good about keeping us away from the lumper cost, having to pay a lumper to unload us. But on the other hand, especially owner-operators and independent, smaller trucking companies, the ones that got 1 to 10 trucks, man, it can cost upwards of $200 to get these fucking crime syndicates to unload your trailer. And I say crime syndicates because they have got, you can't unload your trailer yourself. They've made sure the company has rules against that. And the company doesn't have any people to unload you because they've got the lumpers there. This outside company, and depending on where you're at, this outside company might have one person that speaks English and the rest are not even citizens. You know what I'm talking about. It's like a union, but worse. Nobody's allowed to unload those trailers but those lumpers. They've made sure that the rules and regulations prohibit anybody but the lumpers, who are free to charge any rate that they want to unload these trailers. And like I said, especially I've heard in New York, it costs you $500 to get your trailer unloaded. Yeah. And you got a couple undocumented workers charging you that much to unload your trailer because you can't do it yourself. They've made sure the rules, are that the driver must stay in his cab or in the break room while the trailer is being unloaded. This particular place that I'm at, that's the rule. And like I said, Swift has a contract with these lumpers, so I don't even have to. I mean, there will be some places probably that I have to write a comm check. Which, okay, we've got these cards. Comm data cards. I'm not going to show you my whole number, but, you know, comm data cards. There. Comm data. They're like credit cards. They actually start with the 5, so I think they're work under a MasterCard. And they're basically a company credit card. I use it for fuel. I use it for scales. I get, you know, if I need a cash advance for something, I get it on the comm data card. Matter of fact, until I changed, if you don't change it yourself, your Swift payroll will be added to your comm data card instead of to a regular bank account like I have. Comm data has a service where you can write a check off your card. A couple of you know what bullshit it is. You write the check and you call the number and they give you an authorization code, and then when they cash it, they have to call another number, give them the authorization code, and get a counter code, and it's just a whole bunch of bullshit. Dude, you damn near went in the fucking... Yeah, you damn near went in the ditch there. Anyways, these, you know, comm checks are how you usually pay lumpers. Some don't accept comm checks, they only accept cash. I don't carry enough cash on me to pay a lumper, ever. I don't want to carry that much cash. And, you know, it's not always bad. I mean, sometimes the lumpers are $50 to $100. This value of Colgate toothpaste, I think, teeth whitening strips is one of the things that was on there. I'm not sure what all it was. This load didn't even half fill my trailer. It was only 32,000 pounds. So they got forklifts in there, you know, the little stand-on forklifts, you know, drive around. So if they, you know, worked at it, and what they do, and this is a lot more common when lumpers are unloading trailers, and the warehouse people are taking it from there. They've got these two painted lines, and it makes a box, basically the size of a trailer. They take the pallets off the truck, and they load them into this box, right? And, you know, it's just back and forth. Boom, boom, boom. And then when it's loaded into that box, the warehouse people come and take it out of there and put it where they need it. So why exactly are we paying $200, $300, $400, $500 to get them to move it 50 feet? I guarantee you about 75% of the truck drivers out here could handle a forklift if they tried. Maybe more, maybe less, I don't know. Forklift is a special kind of beast, especially since it, you know, steers from the back. You have to reverse everything. But then again, we, you know, maneuver 53-foot trailers all day long and don't think much of it. I don't know. But, yeah. Lumpers are probably the biggest scam ever legally accepted anywhere. But I'm getting unloaded. From here, I'm going to go almost 200 miles and pick up in, where is that? Corinth, Mississippi. And I'm taking that to Neenah, Wisconsin. Like I said, almost 1,000 miles. Good load. Probably over 1,000 when I get, you know, as far as driving miles. And remember from my earlier video, paid miles doesn't equal driving miles. You drive more than you get paid for. Except yesterday. Yesterday, going from the Nestle Purina in Fairburn, Georgia, to APL Logistics in Lithia Springs, Georgia. I got 51 empty miles for that. When I looked up the address on the Qualcomm, it was 20 miles. I'm like, no, that can't be. I must be fixing on to the right address, but a different town or something. So then I got, I pulled over on an on-ramp before I got back onto 285, the loop going around Atlanta. And, I waited there for a couple minutes. They activated the dispatch, and I pulled up the Qualcomm directions. Let's see, I can show you this. Here, let's see. No, I can't reverse. So, hopefully you can see this.
Home. Messaging.
Here under dispatch, it's got the places that I'm going to rewatch this to make sure you can see this. But it's got the different places that I can go, or that I will go.
Home. Messaging.
For my load. And matter of fact, before I leave here, I'm going to type in the Corinth, Mississippi address. There's a place where you can type in addresses too, just like a GPS. And anyways, I loaded up the actual dispatch address, and it was still the same amount of miles. So for 23 miles, I got paid 51 empty miles. So yay! Anyways, that's about it for this time. I might make a video later tonight. I might not. I'm not sure. But whatever happens, I love you, YouTube. I'll talk to you later. Groggy Trucker out.